Hey everybody, welcome to Cheap Comic Collector. This is episode number 263. And don't really have any new comics coming in at the moment when I'm filming this to show you, but I felt like filming another episode today. So I thought I'd do an updated room tour of kind of my layout and what things look like, kind of give you a behind the scenes look at uh, the work in progress comics room. Nothing's been cleared up too much. It's more of a functional space than it is a anything else. So we're gonna start off at the desk. Got right here. Got my this is where I let me so there I am on the laptop. That's where I set my laptop and kind of my I'm using a short box lid for uh, my peripherals. You got tape in there and pencils and pens and one thing I should mention to you guys too. I've shown in the past where I use this archival tape on old comics to tape them. It's archival tape that they use in libraries. It's not supposed to uh, yellow the books or anything like that because the tape's not supposed to yellow because it's got no acid or anything in it. Um, that's not true. As I've been going through the older books that I've taped, I find that underneath where I've taped, uh, the books are becoming very, very yellow and discolored. So I won't be using this anymore, unfortunately. It does not do what it says it does because it's not supposed to do that. But again, it's not made for comic books. It was made for like taping book spines and stuff like that in libraries when they get damaged. But on newsprint, apparently, especially old newsprint, it does age the paper. So very disappointed in that. There's my magic light that makes all the glare go away. I'm not using that at the moment, so I should turn that off. And down here, this is the box of trades. If you want to trade, we just did a trade episode not too long ago. And showed you how to do that. You can go to my site on Blogspot, Cheap Comic Collector at blogspot.com, and check that site out. It lists all the ones in this box that are for trade, and if you want to trade books, you can just send me whatever you want in trade as long as I don't already have it. And there's also my list of everything that I have on that site, so you can see if I do have it or not. And the only thing I ask is that I don't have it and that it is complete. Other than that, condition does not matter to me. These long boxes here in the middle are the boxes of unsold comics from the live sales. At some point, I figure I will run out of comics or enough comics, and then I can start mixing those back in. There's a lot of good comics in there that have gone unsold simply because we don't have the right person watching at the time. A lot of number ones, a lot of variant covers, a lot of cool more modern stuff. And we do claim sales most every Saturday on a live stream starting about 12:30. If you want to check those out, all the books are $2. It includes shipping and handling, so it's a pretty good deal. These other boxes, there's Yoda on the top, but these other boxes, these were filled with comics when I was dating them. This stack here is all comics from 2000 or later that I dated. But there's a lot in there that will end up in claim sales. Since what I've decided to do once I started doing claim sales was to keep comics before 1990 and sell stuff afterwards. There's some runs that I'd like to keep: Batman, Amazing Spider-Man, stuff like that, Justice League. And so there's probably a lot of good stuff in these that can go into the sales, Arkham Manor, Avengers, Daredevils, just all kinds of stuff. They're not sorted alphabetically. They're just they were dated as 2000 comics, 2000 and after, and then I was going to sort them into the collection later. But now the collection parameters have changed. These boxes over here are also that top box is stuff I've offered for sale as well. But these bottom boxes are stuff that were targeted for sales. They just haven't made it into a sale yet. There's another stack of those. I think four more boxes of those in the other room that I won't be showing you. And those are all tagged for possible sale as well. And then over here on top of this dresser, which is filled with old VHS tapes, is kind of my workspace for shipping. Currently have a few stacks of books there waiting to be shipped for one reason or another. That people have claimed on the claim sales. And down here, this 1.5 full long box, that is the current box being filled for the next claim sale. Let's see, when is this episode going to air? This episode will be... yeah, by the time you see this, those books will already gone into the last sale that we had. So, and then these boxes here on top, you got 3 long boxes piled up, and then a short box on top, and half a shorter box here. These are all books that are pre-1990. Actually, I think they're pre-1980. So anything from the 30s to the 70s, those are in order by date. This is a stack that I used to have in another room. And I got moved into here when my sister came and visit around the holiday time. And so these are all issues that I basically already had, that I went through and dated. I'm pretty sure I've read all of them. But that's going to be the bulk of my collection are books before 1990. So that's that. And then these long boxes back here behind the short boxes, the one on the right, these were all 80s comics that haven't been sorted other than they're from the 80s. I think these two on the top are 90s, and this stack is 90s. So there's some stuff in these 3 bottom boxes that will also end up in future sales. I have to check the condition and so on and so forth. Not sure what all's in there. These ones on top here, I believe these are all ones that I'm keeping because the condition, I felt the condition for one reason or another, even though they're from the 90s, they weren't in good enough shape to go ahead and sell, or they're from a series that I want to try and put together. So, and then before I get to these boxes, I want to show you over here. So this is what I've been working on. And I don't know if I can zoom out. Nope, not any further. I can't back up. There's no room. So these boxes here, all these short boxes with the comics sitting on top. These are what I've been working on, where I go through and I put a date sticker on there because I'm trying to sort the comics by year. I want to sort them by year. So this is Sad Sack number 57 from 1966. So I put this sticker up in there, and then at some point in the future when I find number 58, that will go in the other side of this, because I've been double bagging them to try and save some room, and some cash, so I don't have to buy as many boards and bags. So this stack basically starts out in with the Action Comics facsimile from number 1. It's a facsimile of 1938. And then they just go in yearly order. So this is like 30s through 60s. This is some 70s. This is 70s. These 3 stacks here are the 80s. A couple 90s stacks, and then this stack starts the 2000s, and then that continues over here with more 2000s. And this is 2013. These are after that. So these are basically 2000 and later. But these are all ones that I actually want to keep for the most part. So either they're like this Punisher Max. Not a series I really collect, but it's got a lot of spine ticks and stuff in it, so it's not really in good enough shape for me to try and sell it for $2. So I just go ahead and keep it, because in honesty, I'd like to keep all of them. I just can't. And then, so these issues, this long box, and this pile here, and these 2 piles, excuse me, losing my voice. These are all issues that I'm currently going through and dating, getting the tags on them for what year they're from, and so on and so forth. So these, they are kind of in alphabetical order. Right now I'm on the letter S. That's why these are in here. I'm starting to go through these. And then all 3 of these are S titles. And there may be some more underneath those. So I alphabetize them because it's easier if I'm doing the same title all at once to put the date stickers on. And then, but also as I go through them, I'll pull out the ones that are for the sales. Like this one is Sinestro. It's got Joker 75th anniversary variant cover. This is number 12. And it's a newer kind. It's a cool comic. It's got a cool Joker cover on it. But I don't need it, so it's going to go into the sale. So I'm going to take that over as long as I pulled it out and throw that in the sale box. As cool as that is, I'd probably never find another one for $2, but or however much I paid for it, probably 35 cents or something. But so anyway, as I go through, like these are down here that I'm currently dating, I've already gone through those and pulled out which ones I think will can go into this sale. And and most, as you see, a good majority of them don't sell. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 long boxes there of unsold comics. But we actually sold about over 2 long boxes worth of comics in our first 6 or 7 sales. We go through a long box each sale, and it's usually only the 3 or 4 or 5 people who claim. It's not an auction, it's a claim sale. The book is $2. And so anyway, it's, for such a small audience, we've been doing pretty good with sales. And I'm currently trying to decide what I want to do sales wise. If I want to, it's hard to collect and sell, at least for me. So I'm trying to decide how I want to continue with that. I haven't really made a decision yet at all. We're currently just kind of going with the flow and seeing what happens. So, let's see what else. Got this stack over here. So I got these 2 boxes and then the short box on top, and that's full. So now I'm starting to stack them up here. These are ones I've bought more recently, or have been traded to me, or aren't in good enough shape to sell, but I've acquired them one way or the other. So these are all ones that will eventually incorporate into the overall collection. But currently I want to get through these first and get the the current collection dated and get a little more organized before I get into those. So currently those are just kind of getting stacked up. So that's kind of where it's at. A little bit confusing. Oh, and the reason that these all have comics stacked on top is that they will get incorporated into that stack of boxes. So instead of like every single comic going and having to, lug boxes around and move them back and forth and find the spot for that one in the system, I'll stack them on top like this. Like this is quite a few books, so this is getting ready for me to go and incorporate those into this stack. Instead of doing one at a time, I'll wait till there's like a decent amount there, and then go ahead and do that, and then I can, pull out another box. I've got a couple empty short boxes up here, which have been emptied out, over time from doing the sales and stuff, so that I can incorporate another box into any of these stacks, as needed. And then also down there in the corner, I got one little short box down there out of the way. That's all Classics Illustrated issues, because I couldn't figure out a way to reliably incorporate those into the overall system. Yeah, because there's so many different editions of those, so many different years. Sometimes you can't even figure out what year they're from. So I decided to just leave those separate in a separate box all by themselves. And just go by the numerical order on those. So always exceptions to every rule, right? And other than that, it's just some toys and stuff on the wall. Old Disneyland 25 sign, 35 years banner over there that were actually used in the parks. So those are pretty cool. Got some Star Wars action figures, got some Marvel action figures, stuff like that hanging around. Piles of boxes for future sales. I got in the habit of saving pretty much all the extra boxes that I get coming in with stuff, so that I have shipping materials and things like that. And then up here's my magazine box. So it doesn't have a whole lot in it, but it's got some magazines in it of Savage Sword of Conan, Bizarre Adventures, stuff like that. And then this little box down here is actually my reference box. So it's, rather than comics, it's like the old indexes and who's and things like that are in this box. Instead of incorporating those into on a yearly basis, it made more sense to have them where I can put my hands on them in case I want to use them for something and look something up. A couple other things in here. There's the old comic reader that I showed a while back. Looks like I got a Crisis on Multiple Earths trade paperback stuck in here. I need to get that redone. And then these really old, nasty condition comics that were, for some reason, I still have these. I don't know why. I need to throw them out. These are like the very last ones from that got damaged in the fire. So if you want to see what they look, my collection ended up looking like after the fire many years ago, this is pretty much it. You can see the dirt and the mold and everything that happened to these. I don't know why I still have. I've waited to throw these out. They need to go. So I'll probably do that today. Actually, throw those in the recycle bin, so they don't create diseases for anybody. And that's pretty much it. Got some some Disney toys laying around, and these are all pin binders here with Disney pins in them. I might make a couple episodes of those. I do like one of those Disney Anakin shows once in a while, so I might make a couple episodes out of that. Just grab one and show you all the different pins that are in there. It's been a while since I've gone through them, so that might be something fun to do. And that's pretty much it. This corner is a mess. I need to get all that stuff out of the corner. It's mostly just bags. Yeah, bags that are too nice to throw out and so forth. So, but yeah, the more organized I can get, the better it is. So, so that's about it, everybody. I appreciate it. And we're back where we started in my chair. And that's about it. Tomorrow, I'll probably hold off doing some more episodes until I get some more comics. So there won't be a gap in coverage because I'm filming this ahead of time like I always do. And we will, yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow. And I'll be showing some comics again. So join me for that, please. And thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit off the beaten track here. But yeah, it was fun. So see you next time.